Hi folks, welcome back to Tabletop Saga. It won't be a surprise to you to know that we here at Tabletop Saga love a bit of nostalgia. The old world trades on nostalgia, and it's why we love it so much. But there's other avenues for engaging in a bit of nostalgia when it comes to the Games Workshop War Games hobby. And if I think back to when I used to like playing Warhammer the first time, along with 40k, the other big game that I loved from Games Workshop was the Lord of the Rings strategy battle game. And the Peter Jackson films were obviously just out at the time. I'd read the books just before they came out, and so it was the right time for me to get completely hooked in. And the Lord of the Rings remains a huge part of my life. I watch those films all the time. I still read the book a couple of times a year, maybe something like that. And as an addendum to the old world, I've been dipping my toe back in to the Lord of the Rings, or the Middle-earth battle game as they call it now. Secretly, I've been building up little forces because eventually, when I've actually gotten old world content sort of going and established, I'd like to start bringing in some other game systems from back in the day, one of which is going to be the Middle-earth strategy battle game. So, as you're probably beginning to understand now, the Lord of the Rings is a big part of my hobby. And so it was really sad to hear that Bernard Hill, King Theoden himself, had suddenly passed away. I think he played that role really, really well. I think Theoden is one of the more interesting characters in Lord of the Rings, actually. He has to deal with having been under Saruman and Grima's spell and failing his people, losing his son. Then he has to find a way to lead his people through their darkest hour, while also dealing with the insecurities of Aragorn being around and sort of showing everyone up. So it's a kind of complex character. And I think Bernard Hill absolutely nailed it. It's really sad that he's gone. I mean, the guy lived to 79. I'm not going to say he didn't have a good innings or anything, or live a completely fulfilling life. He did loads. But it's just sad. So I thought, what can we do to have a little tribute to Bernard Hill? Obviously, it's got to be Theoden oriented. Well, I went onto eBay and I found myself this magazine. I used to have these as a kid, loved them, and I thought, yeah, an absolutely perfect way to sort of have a little tribute to the man himself. It comes with a little Theoden figure, and it's got a magazine full of sort of Theoden related stuff, including a little painting tutorial for how you would paint the miniature they supply. And I used to absolutely love just following these little painting guides, pinning up all the stuff they sent. So I had loads of the Lord of the Rings stuff. So my plan, as a little tribute as it were, is I'm going to paint this miniature up, and I'll share pictures of that with you guys. I'll take photos of what's in here as to the sort of painting guide. I think I will change how I do it, because there's certain colours on there that are quite garish. The green in particular is quite a garish one. But I actually really like this figure. It's a really cool, quite dynamic figure actually. So yeah, I'm going to do that. And I figured what might be quite nice is if any of you felt so motivated to get out there, get your own Theoden mini, an old one, a new one, whatever one you want, and you can paint that up too. And we'll share photos of them. We can put them on the Patreon, or we can share them on the Facebook group for Middle-earth and just link to it. It'd be really, really cool to see what you guys can come up with. So there we are. That's going to be my little tribute to Theoden. In terms of old world content, I have been quiet of late. I've had an awful lot of kind of personal life stuff going on. Normal real life stuff. Nothing too serious at all. Just really busy. And on top of that, I'm desperately trying to get my Tomb King's Border Patrol done, which is so very close now. So I've not been making videos because I felt like it's better to use the time to get that done so that we can crack on and get a battle report. I'm also haranguing Robin into finishing his high elves, which are also incredibly close. So yeah, hang tight for that. It is coming. So there'll be a lack of videos probably in the next few weeks, just because I want to get that and some terrain projects I have done. I'll probably try and document the terrain actually, because I've got some hopefully interesting ideas just to bring a Tomb King's board to life. So when we've got all that done and the armies, we'll be getting going with the battle reports. So just have some patience, and in the meantime, let's lead our tributes to Theoden, paying him up. So thanks a lot for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye guys.